If you don't pay the bill, someone will come and take away your possessions, and I worry...
They'll take the porcelain pig.
Or the porcelain
They'll
pig.
take the porcelain pig.
Yeah. People have been tweeting me actual porcelain pigs from their grandma's houses and stuff.
Let's have a brisk shower.
Brisk, not a steamy one.
No more steamy showers. Ever.
I've got a Christmassy scented shower wash, so I smell festive. Is that Christmas in your nose?
Yep. Look, he doesn't drop things anymore when he's cooking. Look how far he's come.
Oh, I'm so proud. When we go to a restaurant with my grandma, she just pours like a whole bottle of salt on the food, and we don't want to say anything, but then it's just like, how can she enjoy that?
How are you not melting like a slug?
Yeah. Who are you talking to?
Personal! He inherited my talking to myself trait.
Oh, no.
You have 24 hours to pay your bills before the power is shut off.
That's loads of time. We can leave it for a little bit longer.
Bread.
I'll only go with scrambled egg. I don't like any of the egg.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Scrambled egg's my least favourite because of the weird texture.
Maybe I could scramble mushrooms, then I'll like those as well. He's getting a bit tubby.
He needs to do some exercise of some kind. Look at the gaggle of people with poor posture walking past.
Who are you?
That was a weird gaggle of people with poor posture.
Gaggle of people with poor posture. Say that 5 times fast.
Gaggle of people with poor posture.
Gaggle of people with poor posture.
Gaggle of people with poor posture. Gaggle of... No, we failed.
No.
Handiness level 2.
He's so handy.
Still wouldn't let him fix the stereo.
Still so handy. He really knows. He can fix sinks on The Sims 4 with Dan and Phil. Did I get that one?
Almost.
Almost.
Almost. It is Daxton Strauss and Skylar Rubin.
Daxton looks like he's got a terrible illness. I hope he's okay.
Get a real name. Hello, lonely child. Jared Hope.
Don't walk past Daxton. Okay.
Not everybody's a predator, Phil.
It's happening.
Let's dig this one too.
Come on, gold. Capsule.
A capsule. What the hell? We have a mysterious time capsule. What the frick is this?
There is a dead whale carcass on the floor.
Scavenge for parts?
What is that?
What the hell is that? Did a transformer just explode in our kitchen?
Optimus Prime. What happened?
How do we miss these things? I bet everyone in the comments will be like, Dan, didn't you notice the giant robot crashing through the roof? Is opening a time capsule fun?
Yes.
Is it? No, but is it actually?
It could be traumatic.
Like,
Or it could go into the future and see your death. That's not going to be fun. We need to excavate that dead transformer on the floor.
Oh yeah, what the hell?
See what we can find. What treats await us in this mysterious slime pile.
He looks like he's just kind of tossing it everywhere. He found a common upgrade part.
Yay! We have some severe money issues, so I think we should sell the sea monster.
So how do we sell it?
Can you just, like, drag it into your money? No. Weird. Let's just forget it. Time capsule. Should we do that outside so we don't explode the world?
Yeah, in case it's got, like, the Terminator in it or something.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I'm a bit nervous. What's he going to see? Where's he going to go?
Who knows, Phil? Open it up. He found one poppy.
What?
It is a little doll of a girl.
That's weird. Are we just going to leave it there, or should we put it somewhere? Enable emotional aura.
What?
It's made
He's
him
like,
want to shower.
bye, get in the shower.
Where should we put this unusual girl?
What the fuck? I don't know.
Should we just leave her in the garden?
Leave her in the garden.
Can you drag things onto that, maybe? The sea monster?
Wait, is this how you sell things?
Yeah.
We're literally that stupid. There's a giant simoleon symbol, and we were like, can you drag it into the money? A ka-chang.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not Jurassic Park theme worthy, Dan.
On the bar?
Yeah. That'll make people want to order drinks.
There we go. Wow, look at that angle as well. Perfect. The gym.
Let's go to the gym. He's a little bit out of shape.
He kind of needs to go to the gym. Let's not take any of our awkward party friends to the game.
Especially as Summer and Aaron were all doing press-ups all the time,
Yeah,
so they're seasoned experts.
There's press-up freaks in this town.
How many press-ups can you do?
Like 4.
I think I could do about 11 if I tried.
Okay.
Oh no, they all look like extreme gym people.
Extreme. Oh look, it's Vernon.
Vernon's here.
Who else is here? Don Lothario. What should we do? Work out. In his bunny slippers?
Yeah. Can we play some Rocky music?
Oh, no, there we go.
Oh, he's got his leather pants on.
Oh my god, no! No! We forgot about the bloody outfit. Oh
the
god.
crotch hole. This is weird. He's wearing full leathers while he's working out.
This is interesting.
Oh, he smells a lot. Are you alright? Is that Aaron?
Aaron Chastain, oh no. He bit the dust.
Eliza Pancakes. We have to talk to her.
They say that we're having a casual discussion.
Oh. Oh, Dil's having issues. What's up with him?
Dil desperately needs... It's because he's in bloody leather. Okay. Where's the showers?
Alright, let's get in a shower.
Have a shower. Ooh, nice and communal.
Can you join Eliza in there?
I think after their casual discussion, that might be a bit creepy.
Awkward. They are in the same room together, though.
Doo-doo-doo. It's a progressive town.
Okay. She doesn't know where to look. She's like, whoa.
Like, oh, dude.
These crazy people of this town.
She's at the gym. She just finished working out, had a shower, and now she's doing press-ups on the floor of the changing rooms.
Right.
Girl, sort it out.
Can we talk to Eliza Pancakes about pancakes?
I don't think there's complain about local youths.
Let's do that. No one has any parents in this town. Oh, they're getting on. This is the first time we've got on with someone.
About smelly feet? Yeah, man. Look at that guy. Stinky Don.
Do a hip bump.
Do a hip bump. Okay.
Oh no.
Excuse us, Vernon.
This can't end well.
Here we go. Here we go.
They liked it.
Wow. She has. I think we're already more friends with her than we are with Summer.
Oh, no. Do you want to do a hip bump?
We're in chairs.
See how it works. What?
Great idea.
+2 friendship.
-8. Let's enthuse about our interests.
He's going to start talking about aliens.
He's going
and
to...
so on.
About squid. I like Eliza Pancakes.
Yeah, she's nice. She actually gets on with us.
She hasn't denied us yet. Don't go for the hot blonde. Go for the nerdy girl with the glasses,
Yeah,
Phil.
you share similar interests. Do you know what I hate at the gym? When you go in the changing room and everyone is naked.
I'm going to stop you at, you know what I hate about the gym, Phil.
I went to the gym
Stop
for
lying.
an entire summer. But
What, like 10 years ago?
when I was at the gym, I had to get to my locker, and there was just a naked man with his legs between where my locker was, and I was like, "Hey,
Hey man, please move.
shuffle to the left."
Oh, this is making me really sad. Dill has done more exercise in the last 20 virtual minutes than I have literally done in the whole of 2014.
You can do exercise at a computer table. Energize.
He wants to do push-ups now. Do it, mate.
How many have you done? 3. I don't think chair sit-ups are an actual thing. 4. Oh. 4 and collapse.
I can literally do 5 push-ups. That's really sad.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice to know we're both equally horrifyingly unfit.
Right, Dill's gonna do some
Here we
boxing.
go.
Dun-dun.
That's me and you trying to do boxing exercise.
I'd be good. Pop you in the schnoz.
Oh my god. He is literally the product of both of us put together. How could we
Definitely.
have actually designed a sim that
I
was
don't
literally
know.
both of us so much? It's actually weirdly accurate.
Oh, there we go. He actually hit it.
Yes! Fury Dill! Fury! Channel it! Think about Erica. Think about Summer having so many awkward moments with you.
Think about the porcelain pig. Think about your time machine.
Why did the porcelain pig make him want to hurt something?
Just enthused. He loves it so much. He has to expel the energy.
He's happy!
Good
Wow,
workout.
he's happy from working out, decorating, and socializing, aka the 3 things that are missing from my life.
Look at him go. Hector,
Wow!
whatever he's called.
Bennett Lutz, he does not mess around.
Kill Bill's here. Or Kill Dill, as I said.
Alexis Friend, I'm so done with this town and its names.
Oh my god.
Wow, okay, I've done that at least twice. We've all done that. Maximum incline. He's hungry and sleepy. He's only had eggs on toast so far. Let's go home, eat some stuff. Oh yeah.
We have to pay that bill before we go to bed.
Way to hit us with reality,
I'm sorry,
Phil.
it's gotta happen.
Bloody hell. We've only known her for half an hour, and Eliza Pancakes is currently our best friend.
Wow.
I prefer Eliza Pancakes.
Me too.
Well, that would be Dill Eliza.
No, what are you talking about?
Ilil.
Ilil.
Dilza.
Dilza. Hashtag Dilza.
Howl Cakes.
Howl cakes. Hashtag howl cakes.
The computer has an interaction that lets you adopt a baby
I don't think Dil's ready to adopt a baby.
That would be a dangerous misclick. Imagine if you just were like, whoops with the mouse. Oh great, I've adopted a child.
Pay bills.
374.
Not too bad.
That's not that bad. Have a quick meal, microwave dinner.
Oatmeal, it's like 4 a.m.
He hasn't eaten today other than eggs and toast.
But you can't eat a dinner at 4 a.m.
He hasn't had anything. You can't just give him eggs on toast and oatmeal on a day where he's done the
microwave pastry.
We had a pastry last time. It was a weird chocolate thing.
Okay, microwave dinner.
Thank you.
It wasn't a chocolate thing, it was a heart of a stag.
Pretty sure it was a chocolate fondant with a raspberry jus.
You should work for Nigella.
Put it in the microwave.
Caress.
Until it tingles with excitement. He's so swell today. Oh, Phil, this is so inspiring. We've been watching an anime called Haikyuu about volleyball, and it's just making me crave exercise and sportiness. And now I have Dil going to the gym, and it's made him the happiest that he ever is. I feel like this is actually a higher power intervening in our lives through Dil.
I think it is.
Playful decor, is that her?
I think that's her.
Should we disable her aura, or
It's
do we
creepy that she has an aura that she gives off.
We found a trophy in a time capsule that makes people feel certain emotions.
That's very creepy. That is insidious.
I like that his plate has 3 sections on it. That's really.
He ate the plate.
Okay, that was weird. I'm not quite sure what happened then. Okay, time for sleepy buys.
Go to sleep, little dearie. Turn off the radio, Dan.
Did he turn that on, or is there a blinking poltergeist that just turns that on?
I think the pig has turned it on.
Dun dun. And there we go. Dil goes to sleep after what was probably, I'm just going to put this out there, the most successful day of his life.
I think it was. Fully happy the whole time.
I mean, I think what this showed us is that you don't need to try and impress people, throw house parties, fit in, flirt with the people. No. Do what you want, be enthusiastic about what you want to do, and somewhere out there is a pancake for you.
That was so inspirational, I almost cried. A single tear.